Cumberbatch. Here, from Oscar nominations to superhero sequels, he's amazing in everything he does. Please welcome back Benedict Cumberbatch.
You well?
I'm well. How are you?
Great to see you, Frank.
Welcome back.
Thank you for having me
Fantastic
back.
to have you.
Here.
So we understand that Mum's Day has come and gone in
Mum's
UK.
Day, yeah, Mothering Sunday, as we used to call it. Yeah, it has come and gone. It's a March thing for us.
Mothering Sunday.
Mothering Sunday.
What do you do
I think it's turned into Mother's Day like it is here now, but it was originally Mothering Sunday.
So what do you like to do to celebrate Mum?
I just spoil her rotten as much as I can, you know, and spend time with her, and that's all she ever wants, is for us just to be together. And, you know, she taught me when I was ill, actually, as a kid, how to draw. She's a fantastic artist herself. She used to write letters to me at school. I went to a boarding school, so she used to write letters weekly with beautiful drawings on the paper. And when I was sick, I was like, how do you do that? So she taught me, so I then do that back for her,
So
for
you
her
know
cards. I make her cards.
Wow, that's so that's like a, I always say like art skills like that, that's genetic. It's like somewhere in there.
I don't know, she taught me. I think anyone can be taught. And, you know, I just think making an effort is the thing that... No?
No, we are living examples.
Oh, right.
Not everyone, but most people.
But
your parents, both actors.
Yeah.
And so when you think back to your childhood,
yeah,
do you remember the first time you saw either of them perform?
I've got a really sort of extraordinary memory. It wasn't in front of the house. It was in the theatre. It was behind stage, behind something like, you know, this, but obviously it was a comedy. I remember that. I think it might have been a Ray Cooney farce, which is a very British thing. And I remember sitting in a chair, feeling very privileged to be backstage where only the actors and the crew are, and watching Mum sort of look at me and say something to me, and then just utterly change, brush her hair back, and then walk through this flat, this sort of weird door, this fake door, into a real-looking environment of heat and light and sound, and just completely transform. And I went, that's magic. Wow. I want to try that.
I want to do that.
How did she do it? Yeah.
And boy, have you done it.
I've done a bit of it, yeah.
Yes, you have. And so now you, this weekend, right, hosting SNL again.
Like in hours.
Yeah.
A matter of hours.
Yes.
I know.
Are you cognizant of that? Like, do you do the dreaded countdown, like, oh, 4 more days until I'm hosting SNL?
No, I've tried to just kind of go a little bit, because that's the vow I made to myself. If I'm going to do it again, I want to enjoy it more. I want to be more present and less nervous. Easier said than done, but at the moment, if I was nervous now, I would be just so exhausted by Saturday night. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. You have to just keep... You've done it, haven't you?
I've done it, yeah, and it's, to me, it was the most terrifying.
It sounds terrifying.
There's nothing like it. There's no prep. There's nothing else you can do, you know?
Exactly.
But, like, so, for example, in this day, right now, what stage of rehearsals, or what's together so far?
So today's the script read-through. So, so writers pitch their ideas, I read them, and then we go around a round table and have a sort of generalized read-through.
Are you going to sing this weekend?
I don't know. You have to wait.
You don't know yet. I'll know Saturday morning.
But you sang the first time.
Few more sleeps. And then
I can't imagine, like, going out there and singing, because
Kelly, come on, you could do it.
No, your mouth goes so dry
I
that
know.
it's like I can't explain the terror.
It's an all new form of terror. Yeah. It's like it's a very peculiar sensation that your body goes through. But there I was doing it, and it wasn't the best singing. I'm not the best singer. I'm not a singer. I'm not a trained singer, but I'll give anything a go. Yeah. I just happened to be doing it on live television.
We shall see. Will he do it again this weekend? Yeah. And congratulations on getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in February. That's a big deal. We heard you got great placement.
That one up there, over there, when I walked in.
I think it's in a good spot.
It's a really great spot. It was good placement.
Do you remember the ceremony? Is that something else that you wish you were more present for?
I was very present for that one, and I felt sort of very, gosh, I'm so sorry, apologetic, mawkishly embarrassed English to begin with, and then after a while I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm going to drink it.
That's in a nutshell, that's like the British versus the American. The American side of you went,
you let the American take over.
Well, it was extraordinary, and I don't know, I've been working for 20-odd years, and I don't look back much. I'm really keen on just seeing what's in front of me. And to have that moment, there was another moment at the Santa Barbara Film Festival as well. It was a sort of it was the inaugural Vanguard Award, and it was looking back at my career, and it's the sort of thing you imagine you get at the end of your career, which worried me a bit, but then we look back, and there was a lot to look back over, so I was like, okay, it's not, they're not telling me to wrap it up.
Well, you've got quite a schedule going forward as well, so we'll talk about that when we come back with Benedict Cumberbatch right after this break. Stay where you are.
This week, Live is partnered with Discover South Carolina.
Neither did I. It wasn't there.
Yeah. What is really there when you're shooting?
Usually a very long kind of pole, the kind of thing you use to get a frisbee or a robie down from a tree, and a green sticker on the end of it for that entire creature. That was the eye line for that. So
It's so, I always say, like, the actors in these giant franchise films don't get their due credit because everything they are looking at is not there. They are just living in an alternate universe in their head.
Are you picturing it in your head? Is that what
yeah, and you have a really talented group of storyboard artists in the visual effects team who give you either a sketch or quite a far down the line thing of where the process is at, what it will eventually look like. So your imagination's fed. But, and also, let's not forget, that wasn't a location. That was 4 blocks of New York built on a backlot in Surrey in the UK.
Oh,
and that's amazing. So there's a lot of real world stuff there. It's just...
What exactly is the multiverse? Like, what is that? What's the definition?
In a word?
Yeah, what is it?
Complicated.
How do we avoid... We don't want to stumble into the multiverse.
Yeah, we want to take the other street.
I think this universe is complicated enough and multi as it is. But look, I guess the quickest sort of cheap explanation is imagine that there is a reality dissimilar, very similar, not at all similar to this one, happening in parallel to this. So you're on the same timeline, but it's just a completely different set of circumstances that you're in.
Crystal clear. Thank you.
There you go.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness opens next Friday. Opens this Friday. This Friday. Thank you for coming. Good to see you.
Always great to see you.
But next, we'll make Mother's Day bouquets after this. Yeah.